And the festive season is here, time of the year where we make merry, we have gatherings with our loved ones, or for those who are in the mood for a party to get to know more people. And it'll be a season where it is so encouraging to be out there socializing, celebrating, being gratitude. And how many of us really do feel the need to be happy and merry? What if some of us are not having a good time or going through some challenging season of our life? And some of these men, some of you out there might be experiencing heartbreaks, end of relationship, having stress and challenges. And do we need to conform to the season to force ourselves to be happy for the surrounding ones? And in today's podcast, we will be touching more about the powers of alignment, how to be honest with ourselves to face this loneliness during this festive season. Because on social media, there'll be celebration, and even when we are out there at shopping malls in Orchard Road, hearing the festive bells, lights, getting people to spend money, buying things, and just forget about tomorrow. But not everybody feels it because some of us enter this festive season probably with a gap that is unfulfilled, our yearly goals not achieved, or maybe with an ache that we are still healing from a loss. And there's this quietness inside that we really may want to just be alone with ourselves. Because, but the time will happen when everyone and everything on the outside seems so loud, but the loneliness will feel louder, especially during this festive season, because comparison is everywhere. But it is not a weakness. Let me share with you, my dear friends who are going through this. Loneliness is not a weakness. It is an absolute awareness. And let's go and touch why this podcast today is so important for this festive season is because it amplifies any ache that you may have. The expectation of the people around us and the environment creates this need to be joyous, to be celebrating, and to have a sense of belonging with our loved ones. What if there isn't cherished loved ones to be around during this season? Some of you might be single or may not have such great relationship with your parents or siblings. And maybe some of your friends out there might be celebrating with their family, and the friendship during these seasons seems so seems so shallow. There's a lack of sense of belonging. And your thoughts might arise from the old memories of how it was like in the past. How did you went through the happy times of the past? And why are we here today with feeling amplified loneliness, probably even regret, and thinking that the days ahead are not as good as the days of the past anymore? Because of the influence of the surrounding, the question that comes back to you might be, where do you truly belong? Where do you stand? And because the world is loud, the silence becomes heavy. I want to deliver this that we have to find the home in our own hearts to practice this alignment, the perfect opportunity to practice, especially during this season. First, I want to acknowledge you for watching this video, that you are not alone during this season. And so, how men typically cope with this kind of loudness of the silence? We turn to social media. or probably even going back to past relationship that no longer serve us. Some of us might indulge in food and take this season to just feast and forget. Or maybe to glorify ourselves, to dig our head in work, just to prove to others, you guys are making merry and I am having this silent victory that I'm still working harder than any of you. The fact, this silence that you or we are unwilling to sit with is still dependent on the external to numb the silence. Because this silence is so deafening, especially during this season, and it might get to a point that it is unbearable. Let's come to think of it this way. For those who have been single and probably neglected in your relationship, what makes it this time of the year that the loneliness becomes louder? If we have not been working on the powers of alignment, the amplification becomes louder. It is because of the environment that's surfacing up to force us to see what is the lack that is still inside ourselves. Because the warmth that we want to find outside, whether it's through companionship, casual relationship, or just hi-bye friends, companion, it is finding a warm blanket to cover up the cold on the inside. And whereas anything on the external may relieve us temporarily for the night, for the day, or maybe even for the week. And eventually, when we are back to facing ourselves, the connection that we have lost within ourselves is still not there. Everything else on the outside will eventually bring us back to the awareness. Because numbing the pain does not take away the pain. The pain that is found when we face it and heal it, come to alignment with ourselves, we are able to sit with it longer and longer day by day as we progress. So now, instead of escaping this loneliness, why not take this opportunity to really sit and listen with it? Journal and write this letter to yourself to understand yourself. Let's say 3 simple practices that we can come to spend time with ourselves, and let me accompany you on this journey. And if you do have a pen and paper ready, you can bring so. Pause this video and come and stay with me. Good. So, number 1, as we are sitting with ourselves, name the feeling that we are feeling during this festive season now. Some examples I can give: loneliness, sadness, longing, maybe a bit of nostalgia. And as we name these feelings, learn to stay with it for as long as you can. And for the purpose of this practice, stay with it for at least a minute or 2. Pause the video if you wish to. Learn to stay with it. You know what? I'm here with you. I will set my timer for a minute just to be with you in silence, to just stay and accompany you on this journey, or sitting with the feeling for this 1 minute. Hope you are still alive. And third, what do you want to do with this feeling that now that you sit with it? What can you create with it? Do you want to write? Do you want to turn it into a bodily activity like a sports? Or perhaps just quiet time with yourself and be in this moment with your higher power. And when you're able to sit with this feeling, this becomes your fuel, not something that you need to run away from. And as we reframe this experience of loneliness, it is a request for you to go deeper into your self-connection. That means you yourself, your heart still wants something that is real. Not what we find on the outside, but what we can find on the inside that is real, because we know we are real to ourselves. And we are alive enough to still feel this feeling means that we have not completely numbed it. And for those who feel something, who don't feel nothing, it is completely fine. And this marks the beginning of you going deep into yourself to stay with yourself. And that is true strength, my friends, because this is not a proof that you lack anything. It still feels that you value deep, genuine connection. So during this festive season, something for you to celebrate with yourself on. Always keep yourself warm with healthy food, warm drinks. Go easy on the drinking, yeah. Control and regulate good breathing. Always exercise your body. Connect and spend time with quality people, not the quantity of the people. It's not easy to find someone to just be real with, to express parts of your vulnerability, and trust the process that the less people you meet that are real will mean so much more to you than the quality of those not important ones. And as you serve someone quietly, buy them a drink, unconditionally get them a gift, it softens your heart of giving. And as we come to a quiet time with yourself and your own higher power, journal your gratitude for every moment and every day alive that you are able to give. Because this will continue to build your inner alignment. And on the way, by the way, the people that you meet, very good chance that there will be quality relationships that rebuilds before you, and the relationship that you have will be strengthened on the days as you build the relationship within yourself. So in closing, I want to let you know that it's okay to feel what you feel during this season. You are not broken. You are becoming stronger as you're stepping out right now, growing into a new season of you. Learn to sit with yourself, stay with yourself. You may feel lonely, but you're not alone on this journey. Your breath is there to guide you. Let this loneliness build you deeper, not harder. With that, let this season strengthen what's inside you, and may you be the grounding alignment for the people around you in your life, and the most important people that you will serve, that is you yourself. This is Paul. Happy to have a walk with you on this video journey, and I'll see you for the next podcast. Until then, stay safe. Happy holiday season.